In the bustling heart of New York City, where skyscrapers pierce the sky like ambitious dreams, Elena Ramirez hurried through the rain-slicked streets, her worn umbrella barely shielding her from the autumn downpour. At 42, she was a single mother scraping by as a part-time cleaner in one of the city's most prestigious corporate towers, her days filled with the quiet rhythm of dusting desks and emptying bins after hours. But today was different. Today, she carried a small, brightly wrapped gift in her bag, a simple handmade doll for the twin daughters of her employer, the formidable CEO Alexander Hale. She had overheard the office chatter about their upcoming birthday party, and something in her heart tugged her to do this small act of kindness, even if it meant dipping into her meager savings. Elena's life hadn't always been this way. Once she had dreamed of a family of her own, a home filled with laughter and love. But after losing her husband to a sudden illness 5 years ago and raising her teenage son alone, those dreams had faded into the background of survival. She took the job at Hale Enterprises not for the glamour, but for the steady paycheck that kept the lights on. Mr. Hale was a widower himself, his wife having passed away in a tragic accident when the twins, Lily and Sophia, were just toddlers. The girls, now turning 8, were often seen in the executive lounge after school, their wide eyes scanning the room with a quiet longing that Elena recognized all too well, the ache for a mother's touch. As Elena entered the gleaming lobby that evening, the building was alive with preparations for the twins' birthday party in the rooftop garden. Balloons bobbed like colorful promises, and the scent of fresh cake wafted through the air. She wasn't invited, of course. She was just there to tidy up the lower floors before heading home. But as she passed the elevator, the doors slid open and out tumbled Lily and Sophia, their party dresses rumpled from play, their faces smeared with frosting. "Miss Elena," they squealed in unison, rushing toward her with the unbridled energy only children possess. Elena knelt down, surprised as they wrapped their small arms around her. She had interacted with them before, fixing a loose braid here, sharing a snack from her lunch there, but never like this. The twins pulled back, their identical blue eyes sparkling with mischief and something deeper, more vulnerable. "We have a question," Lily said, glancing at her sister for courage. Sophia nodded, twisting her fingers. "Our party is starting soon, but we don't have a mommy to blow out the candles with us. Daddy tries, but it's not the same." Elena's heart skipped a beat. She knew their story from whispers in the break room, but hearing it from them made it real. "Can you be our mommy? Just for the party?" Lily added, her voice small but hopeful. The words hung in the air like a fragile bubble, and Elena felt a lump form in her throat. Tears welled up unexpectedly, blurring her vision. How could these little girls, surrounded by wealth and privilege, see her, a woman from the shadows of their world, as someone who could fill such a void? She wiped her eyes, trying to compose herself. "Oh, sweethearts, that's the kindest thing anyone's ever asked me," she whispered, her voice cracking. But inside, a storm raged. Elena had her own losses. Her son, Marco, had been distant lately, caught in the turbulence of adolescence, and she often wondered if she was enough for him. The twins' request unearthed memories of her own childhood, abandoned by her parents and raised by a kind neighbor who had stepped in without hesitation. Was this fate's way of circling back? An unexpected turn came when Mr. Hale appeared from around the corner, his sharp suit contrasting with the softness in his eyes as he watched the scene. "Girls, what are you up to?" he asked gently, but his gaze lingered on Elena, noticing her tears. What followed was a profound realization for Elena. As the twins tugged her hand toward the elevator, insisting she join them, she hesitated. "I can't intrude," she protested weakly, but Mr. Hale stepped forward, his voice uncharacteristically warm. "Elena, you've been more than an employee here. I've seen how you look after the girls when I'm buried in meetings. If they're asking and if you're willing, please." It was then she learned the truth he rarely shared. The twins had been talking about her for weeks, calling her their secret friend who made them feel safe. In that moment, Elena realized that kindness wasn't about grand gestures or social status. It was about showing up, even when life had knocked you down. She nodded, her heart swelling with a mix of sorrow and joy. The party unfolded like a dream Elena never knew she needed. Up on the rooftop under strings of twinkling lights, she helped the twins cut the cake, their small hands over hers as they blew out the candles. Laughter echoed as they played games, and for the first time in years, Elena felt seen, not as a cleaner, but as a person capable of mending broken pieces. The emotional climax came when Sophia whispered in her ear, "You made our wish come true," and Lily added, "We love you, Miss Elena." Tears streamed down her face again, but this time they were tears of healing. In that act of compassion, her simple yes, the twins found a glimpse of the motherly love they craved, and Elena discovered her own capacity for selflessness, reminding her that she was more than enough for Marco, too. As the night wound down, Mr. Hale pulled her aside. "You've given them something money can't buy," he said, gratitude etching his features. In an unexpected gesture, he offered her a full-time position with better pay, but more importantly, he invited her to be part of their lives, not as a replacement, but as a friend. Elena returned home that night transformed, hugging Marco tighter than usual. She told him the story, and in sharing it, their bond strengthened. The experience taught her that humanity's true power lies in the quiet acts of generosity that bridge divides, turning strangers into family. In the end, Elena's story became a quiet legend in the office, a reminder that kindness ripples outward, touching lives in ways we can't foresee. For the twins, it was a birthday they'd never forget, filled with the warmth of a borrowed mother's love, and for Elena, it was a beacon of hope, proving that even in a world of towering ambitions, the smallest hearts can inspire the greatest change. We all have the power to step into someone's story, to be the light in their darkness, and in doing so find our own.